Hello everyone, today I'm here to give you an update on Avengers vs. Minilad Part 3. I'm here to pretty much show you a couple screen grabs from the edit I am doing, and to also let you know that it is pretty much complete. There's just some final touches I need to make to it before I would like to upload it, and I really think that you guys are going to like this one coming around. Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2 was taken down because Disney struck down the video. Diesel Patches made a video on it, which I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with. If you guys have not seen Diesel Patches' video on Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2, go check it out. It's currently the only footage from Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2 that you can witness. Unless you're part of my Discord, I like to go show the video over on my Discord because YouTube can't do anything about it over there. Or I should say Disney can't do anything about it over at my Discord. I just show it from time to time in like general VC, and I show off Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2. And if you haven't seen it, I promise I will just re-show it until everyone gets really bored of it. I really like the edit and I love showing it to people and seeing people's reactions. But anyways, I'd like to jump into a few screen grabs real quick and then talk more about Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2 here after I show you the screen grabs. Because you guys are probably here trying to look at like what it looks like and what I'm doing with it. So Avengers vs. Minilad Part 3 will take place right after Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2. If you don't know, at the end of Avengers vs. Minilad Part 2, which is obviously copy-striked and you guys can't see it, Wildcat is Tony Stark and he snaps away Minilad's army slash Thanos' army, and it leaves Wildcat, and we have not seen the aftermath of what happens to Wildcat and the rest of the Avengers after the whole battle. So that's what Part 3 shows. Now, if you guys are familiar with that big blockbuster movie Avengers Endgame, I think everyone has seen it. Tony Stark dies from the snap. Sorry, spoiler alert. So this is what Wildcat looks like. I mean, I put a little bit of blood. The blood looks a little fake, but then I think the scarring I put on his face doesn't look bad. I could have sat here and done a lot more work to it, but I was really hoping to get this out before Halloween, which I probably will get it out sometime this week. So sorry if some of the Photoshop or something like that looks weird, but yeah, this is what Wildcat is going to look like. And most of these screenshots are from the beginning, by the way. I don't want to spoil the ending where it's the huge funeral scene. I don't want to spoil who's who and what's what and all that other stuff, but I do have some cool screenshots to show. Now, this one might be a shocker to some people. I added Legion in, which Legion wasn't in Part 1 or Part 2, but after looking at more and more footage for Part 2, when I had to do the voiceover, I had to look at so much different footage. I had to look at so many different pieces of footage. I noticed Legion plays with Wildcat a lot, and I was kind of stupid not to include him in Part 1 or Part 2, so I decided to throw him in here as War Machine, aka Tony Stark's best friend, and Legion kind of seemed like a good friend of Wildcat, so it made sense for me to put Legion as War Machine, so that's why I included Legion here. Here you can see Thanos will continue to be Spider-Man, and I've even added a couple tears. I've actually added a few tears to a few of the faces and made them more frowny-like and made them more sad-like. Unfortunately, I cannot show you many of those because, again, I do not want to spoil Part 3. I'd rather you guys just see it in full and be amazed by the work rather than just show you all the images right now. But yeah, so I added a tear, and this actually didn't look too bad when I added this tear. It doesn't look too bad. It's kind of actually sad seeing the fact that Thanos might be crying, but it fits the scene very, very well. And then this is a picture of Kelly looking at Wildcat, Tony Stark, blah, 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 blah. The pictures of Kelly was actually pretty difficult to add because she doesn't show her face much, and the videos that she does show her face aren't her own, so I had to do some like deep searching to find footage that I could find faces to use for this, and Kelly was definitely one of the harder ones to do. If you guys don't know, Kelly is Wildcat's girlfriend, and I think this works out pretty well. I grabbed a few different screen grabs to use for Pepper Potts' face, and I think it worked out pretty well. Now, this part, I actually am showing a little bit of the funeral scene, just the screen grab and the next one, just to show you kind of that, you know, there is work being done here. So Kelly is going to obviously be Pepper Potts. And if you guys don't recognize that face in the back, that is so close to Toast, which I did make a video on him recently. He used to be part of the Thanos group back in the COD days. He'll be playing Happy from Avengers Endgame. It kind of fits where I put him at, and I sort of added him, not last minute, but most recently I added him, and Happy I had as an open slot to put somebody in, so it kind of worked out great. Now, a lot of you guys might be questioning, why does Morgan not have a face? Why is there like no YouTuber or no person right there where Morgan Morgan is. I actually intentionally removed the face I had there because I wanted to see who do you guys think I should put there. I have somebody in mind if there's not really any good ideas floating around, but if you guys have some good ideas who Morgan should be, to give you a little bit of knowledge, Morgan is the daughter of Pepper and Tony Stark, so who would kind of play the daughter slash son type role to Kelly and Tyler, or Kelly and Wildcat? I wanted to get a couple ideas floating around. Some people were suggesting Connor. Connor I already have as someone else, and I'd prefer to keep him there if possible, so if you guys have any other suggestions besides Connor, that would be great. And if you're just going to name another member of the Vanoss crew, I probably already have the Vanoss crew as someone else, so I really want some out of the box type of thinking who Morgan should be. I think it would be a little weird to do one of Wildcat's dogs. I gotten that suggestion before, like Kino, but I don't know. What do you guys think? And then the final image, which everyone has seen this image before, is proof that Wildcat has a heart, and it's a picture of a pun cake. I just wanted to remind you guys with this image that it is a little emotional. I don't want people thinking that I'm just making this part to make a part 3 and that's it. I never meant for part 2 to have that cliffhanger and credit scene type thing that I added, but I did want to remind people that there was a part 3 coming, and I am putting actual really hard work into it. I guess you can say that I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. I'm putting my heart into it. But no, in all seriousness, this is a very emotional type video, at least for me, because there's a lot of Vanoss crew members there. I have a special song in place, so like the music ain't gonna be copyrighted or anything like that. And after watching it a dozen times, because I have to edit it all the time, I gotta watch the video a lot, it is a little bit of an emotional video. I would be lying if I said I didn't cry to it at one point. I actually did, and I think it's just the music and the scene and seeing all those familiar faces so close to each other. It kind of creates an escape, and it puts you in a special mood, vibe, if that makes sense. I don't know, I might be butchering it, but this video is a little emotional, and I am putting a lot of hard work into it, and hopefully you guys will have that same emotional reaction I had, or something similar to it. And the final thing that I wanted to say is that I hope you guys really enjoy what I made with part 1 and part 2. I hope you guys are enjoying my content, and I hope you guys enjoy part 3 coming up. I want to get part 3 out sometime this week. I told people I'd get it out before Halloween, and I think by the end of the week I should have part 3 up. So watch out for that. I will be doing another live premiere, and I'm going to try my best to make sure that this one doesn't get copyrighted or strike down. If anything does happen by any chance, I will post something in my community page that you guys can find on my channel. I will also post about it on my social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram. I will also post something about it in my Discord, so just hop over to one of my social media, hop over to my Discord, or keep tabs on my community page. If anything comes up and I cannot post it, I will update you guys on that. But as far as I know, this one should not be copyrighted, this one should not be taken down, and it should work just fine. Again, it is like 98% of the way done. There's just some final touches I need to make to it. If there's any other suggestions that you got for part 3, let me know. I will mainly be focusing on the funeral scene in part 3, so keep that in mind when you give suggestions. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in this video. Thank you for all the love and support. Go down in the description below to find all my social media links, my Discord link. There's also a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me, and there's some merch if you'd like to buy some merch and also support me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Thanks for stopping by. I wish you the best. I'm rocking TJV until my death, and this feels so amazing, so I'm trying to impress. I live my life so free, got no time for the stress. Hope to see you all soon, man. Just have a good day, hanging with the crew, playing video games. Click that bell, come join the family, and if you ever feeling down, just remember to say